And today we have a reading for you about somebody who has been struggling to process some of the thoughts and feelings that they've been more aware of lately because things have been off. Things haven't been the same. And I think they've tried to lift their spirits through choosing solitude and then through trying to spend time with other people, distract themselves in some way, but the thoughts always come back to you. And the life that they imagine always seems to include you. They may have tried to date other people, they may have tried to forget what they feel for you, but it keeps coming back to them. So I think this is someone who's finally admitting that they are not able to get over you. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And I think we are going to start with, we'll go with the Mystical Cat Tarot. All right. Hello, Kumar. How are you doing? What else do we have? Ooh. Ace of Sky, which is the Ace of Swords. And the Seatom, which is the Knight of Cups. Okay. So I have to be honest with myself that what I really want is something I've been kind of avoiding. So we have a cat exposing their belly. One could argue that's when you know somebody, or when a cat likes you. They trust you, right? Here's the soft underbelly. This is someone who's finally acknowledging that they have these feelings, they're not going anywhere, and maybe they need to actually do something about these feelings. We have the Earth Queen, or the Queen of Pentacles, and Strength in the reverse. They feel like they can't resist you. They view you as the Queen of Pentacles. Does not mean that you have to be a woman, but it does imply that this is somebody who sees you as like having it all. They could easily spend their life with you and feel like they would be happy. So you're their weakness. Hello, Frozen King. How are you doing? Hello, words. This is a general reading. I do have all signs as a playlist on my channel page if you would like to look for a specific sign. So we have the Empress. Loving energy. And the Sky Kitten. Okay, so this is someone who has decided I need to confess my feelings to this individual, this Queen of Pentacles, because there's really nobody else out there that I'm interested in like this Queen of Pentacles. I don't know that this is an ex, though. We have the Fire Tom, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Fire, or the Ten of Wands. I think this is somebody who knows who you are because you dated someone they know. I think this is someone who may have flirted with you, or maybe you had your suspicions that they were interested in you, but they felt like because of the social dynamics that they could not express their emotions for you. Hello, Jonathan. How are you doing? Hello, David. Hello, Wendell. How are you? Hello, Jose. Should I call you Decide? Hello, Paco. Hello, Shamil. Hello, Mercedes. How are you doing? So, Seven of Sky and the Tower. Someone left without revealing the truth. felt like they needed to get some distance from the feelings that they had. It's kind of like Love Actually. I think it's actually Andrew Lincoln's character, isn't it? That has the crush on his buddy's wife. I feel like this is someone who is interested in a person but felt like they couldn't actually pursue you because you were dating or dated or have a family maybe even. There's this connection, like you... they just didn't feel like they could handle all the drama. They knew it was going to really make things difficult from a social standpoint where friends had to basically choose sides, and they probably wouldn't choose their side. So I feel like this person just dipped. I feel like they were just like, you know what? I got to get out of here. I can't stick around for that. Two of Sky or Two of Swords in the reverse, and the Stars in the reverse. It was too painful for this person to be around the Queen of Pentacles because they really did feel like they could treat this Queen of Pentacles better, but that they would never really get the option to or the opportunity. So it was like a splinter that never was removed unless they walked away. This is the Golden Art Nouveau. Hello, Sam. Hello, Matt. Hello, Charlie. Oh, that's sweet that you love your wife, Harsh. Hello, Sayal. Did I say that right? Oh. No, maybe it's Siakila? I hope I didn't say that wrong. Hello, Rocky. How them stairs treating you? We've got the World in the reverse and the Ten of Wands. Wow, the Ten of Wands is clarifying the Ten of Wands. Yeah. I can't stay here anymore. I don't want to watch you, you know, start a family or be happy with someone else because I want you for myself. So they moved elsewhere, or they found excuses to avoid seeing these friends or whoever was associated with the Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Cups, Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I don't know why I would continue to torture myself by sticking around here and trying to pretend that it doesn't you know, like kind of break my heart to watch the person that I'm in love with, that I shouldn't be in love with, be happy with someone else or be in a relationship with someone else. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not single. Judgment in the reverse. If I stay around here, I'm just going to cause some trouble, or, you know, eventually that temptation is going to get the better of me. Close. Close, Akasha. Hello, CJ. This is a general reading. Hello, Livish. Hello, Natalie. How are you doing? Hello, Foodie. I do personal questions at about 30 or 35 minutes in, with priority to those who tip or donate. You can also donate memberships if you'd like. Hello, Torta. That is not acceptable communications. I'm going to give you a 24-hour break. And when you come back, if you do, let's be respectful towards people, eh? Hello, Rosario. How are you doing? We're not going to do that. I need you to use English or translate into English at least. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? Hello, Cashew. What's up? Four of Wands in the reverse. Oh, really? Now it seems like there's an end of a relationship. So there's been some passage of time. This crush was at a distance, but, you know, there's still this affection and desire for this Queen of Pentacles that is in a relationship. But the Emperor, which is their partner, has started either to show signs that they want to end the relationship or has stated that they want to end the relationship. Hello, Sunny. Hello, Sharp. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you doing? So this King of Wands is the admirer from afar, the Andrew Lincoln character. Okay, so maybe there is a chance if these two are getting a divorce or if they're no longer together, maybe they hear about it after the divorce has been finalized for a while. Then, do I have a chance? So you're telling me there's a chance. Samsonite. I think this King of Wands is like, okay, I have to make a choice now. If this Emperor has walked away from my dream person, and I haven't really been around any of them for a while because I removed myself from the situation, I moved away, what do I do now? I still love this person. I haven't met anybody that better understands me or understood me than the Queen of Pentacles. I think they're like contemplating a swooping in. Hello. How's it going, Nat? From England. That's awesome, Sammy. I hope you're having a good day. Still viewing this person as the Empress. Queen of Pentacles, Empress. Remember, does not need to be a woman, but this is like, that's the person that I could be happy with. That's the person who would be a good partner for me. Do I pursue them now that their relationship with my friend is ending? That's the question. This is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. Hello, Sam. How are you doing? Hello, Abdarahim. Did I say it right? We have knowledge. I think this is finding out that the Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy is single. Adventure. Yep, I think we have somebody who is returning to where they fled, the social scene or the living area, right? Maybe it's a hometown, specifically because they have heard that this Queen of Pentacles is single again. Encouragement. And there's a third party, probably a mutual friend, maybe even the person who tells the King of Wands that the Queen of Pentacles is no longer married or no longer in this relationship. I feel like there's someone who's like, maybe you should go talk to them. Maybe you should go catch up. It's been a while, right? Didn't you really like that person? Maybe even, you know, dropping the information about the Empress, Queen of Pentacles being single and then like watching for the reaction. Like, see, I knew you liked her. See, I knew you had a crush on him. Is that why you moved away? Because now you should go hit on them. It feels like there's this like close friend, maybe even a sibling, somebody who had like suspicions but wasn't entirely sure, and then telling this piece of information about someone being single recently is like the test. Like, okay, so you want them, don't you? You've had this crush, haven't you? Hello, CJ. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Nawaji. Hello, Dashmir. How are you doing? Hello, BAP. Yeah, Dashmir, please translate to English. And please do not repeat your messages. Okay. Hello, Simpo. How are you doing? Woo. All right, so we have the ring. If the Queen of Pentacles is single and I am able to go visit and see how things are, if that magic still exists between us, then how do I pace this when I know I want forever with this person? I can't just be like, hey, great to see you again after 10 years. You want to get married? No? Oh, so you want other things to happen then. Okay, I'm going to put you in a timeout since you're not listening. Hello, Blahart. How you doing? Oh, wow. Yeah. I feel like this is somebody who is trying to encourage a slow approach, even though they've been eager and hopeful that this might happen for years. They have kept this love a secret. Someone may have kind of figured it out, but now they might actually have a chance because of this relationship ending. Yup, that's what I'm saying. The garden and the birds. In this case, owls. A mutual friend, because the garden is like a social community. A mutual friend is bringing the gossip, bringing the tea, and letting the King of Wands know that person that you've always been in love with is no longer in a relationship. What you gonna do about it? I think they know. All right. We're gonna use the Hocus Pocus Tarot. Hello, Samba. How are you doing? Thank you, Cosmic Vision. I appreciate you. We've got the Page of Lightning or the Page of Swords in the reverse. For some reason, there's been like some time that has passed since the relationship ended where this King of Wands was not aware that the Queen of Pentacles was single. So this isn't like, hey, as of like last Tuesday, this Queen of Pentacles has been single. Maybe you should like swoop in and like propose to that. Like that's not a good idea, in my opinion. Maybe there are exceptions to the rule, but in general, I think a little cooling off period is good for everyone. This is somebody who finds out about the divorce or the end of this relationship, the fact that this Queen of Pentacles is single, after the Queen of Pentacles has had some time to actually deal with the healing that they need to address. So it's definitely a priority for the King of Wands to make sure that they're pacing things correctly. They can't just like second thing they say, hey, do you want to marry me? But it's a good thing that there has been some solitude for the Queen of Pentacles to enjoy before this King of Wands comes back. Hey, Minnesota Picker, how are you doing today? I'm single as a dollar bill in a strip club. You funny. Hello, Chris, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. What's up, Laura? Oh, that's funny. Let me know when you're going skydiving. Hey, what? Can I? I mean, there's still possibilities of variations that happen, and I also maybe don't really want to know too much about that, but I would also say there's a lot of channels that look more into like the political side of life, so you might want to look into those channels. Hello, Alyssa. Or is your name Natasha? How are you doing? So we have the Nine of Lightning in the reverse, the Three of Pumpkins, and the Eight of Pumpkins in the reverse. So Nine of Swords in the reverse, Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So now I don't have to worry. And I don't think there's been much of a friendship between this Emperor and this King of Wands. Maybe because the King of Wands pushed everyone away. Maybe because the Emperor blocked the King of Wands. I do feel like the King of Wands moved away, and that distance can make any friendship a little bit challenging, right? But now this King of Wands is feeling less of a sense of obligation and pondering that temptation. Should I invest in this or admit how I'm feeling, or should I continue to be quiet about my feelings? What would the reaction be from the Queen of Pentacles? Would I only be making things worse? Would I be adding to the drama that the Queen of Pentacles is going through, or would they like it? Hello, BH, how are you doing? Hey, Luke, how are you? Seven of Lightning or Seven of Swords. Three of Potions or Three of Cups in the reverse. The Emperor cheated on the Queen of Pentacles. The Emperor was not faithful to the Empress, which I think makes the King of Wands feel even better or perhaps emboldened about pursuing this new relationship, because it's not like this Empress, Queen of Pentacles is still chasing that relationship. There's been a pretty final end to this, right? Like the wound's been cauterized. I don't think there's any desire that this Empress or Queen of Pentacles has to reunite with the Emperor. Wow. Queen of Pumpkins or Queen of Pentacles. Same column. Yeah. Still a very loyal and reliable individual, but no longer interested in offering that loving energy to the Emperor because of what's transpired. I think it has to do with at least flirting or being inappropriate with a third party, but probably physical. Hey y'all, stop making Rachel work so hard. Just be like, chill. Hey Love Heals, how are you doing? I like that. Hello, Benham. How you doing? Judgment, Knight of Pumpkins or Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I don't feel bad for expressing my emotions to my former friend's ex because they're already investing in a new relationship with someone else. They've already let go of the Queen of Pentacles for a Queen of Wands in the reverse. This really does feel like we've got an Emperor who is giving up their relationship with this Empress, Queen of Pentacles, someone who's been loyal to them, so that they could pursue a relationship on the side. But the person that they are currently pursuing, this Queen of Wands in the reverse, is somebody who's also not going to be faithful to the Emperor. So while our King of Wands feels a bit emboldened and feels like, you know, maybe this will work out with this Empress or Queen of Pentacles, there is still a chance that if they express their feelings to this Empress, this Emperor may end up wandering back around after their new relationship fails. Because it looks to me like the cheater's gonna get cheated on. Things are not gonna go the way the Emperor anticipated. Which can happen, right? Hello, Rahul. Hello, Ruhio. How you doing? Hello, Weems. How you doing? I don't know what the L stands for, but I used to work with somebody whose last name was Weems, and I would call him Weemsy, so I like seeing that name. That's cool. Hello, Marianne. How are you doing? Hello, Open Curiosity. We've got King of Pentacles in the reverse. The Six of Swords in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So, just like what I said, the Emperor ends the relationship or is caught cheating on this Empress, Queen of Pentacles. The relationship between those two ends, and the Emperor is spending more time or perhaps like elevating the relationship with this Queen of Wands in the reverse, the affair partner. The problem is this affair partner is not interested in being the one and only for this Emperor, or even if they are interested in being like wife or husband, it's more about like winning than being in love with someone. And there would still be a need for external validation or even trying to steal somebody's partner that they would miss or need. It's like something that they feel validates them. Hello, Patricia. How are you doing? Hello, CP. How are you doing? Hello, Peter. Hello, Ginger. Ace of Wands, 10 of Wands, Moon in the reverse, and Death. Yeah, this Emperor is going to end up with neither the person that they were in a serious relationship with, probably marriage, or the affair partner. Their negative intentions are matched by the new partner that they're seeing. So often whatever energy you are offering up to a person is the energy you're going to get back. There's no honor among thieves, I guess. This is somebody who is going to end up regretting not being loyal or not finding a way to retain the relationship with the Empress, Queen of Pentacles. But it'll be too late because the Empress, like I said, they've been working on their healing. They've been accepting where things are and seeing that even though they may not have wished for this ending to happen, that it is also opening doors for them. Hey, what's up, Hooks? Hello, Joseph. How are you doing? Hello, Myrick. It happens like that, doesn't it, James? That's really sweet, Mark. So we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse and the Magician. Now the one who had been envied, the Emperor who had such a great relationship with this Queen of Pentacles or Empress, now they're looking around and realizing that they have lost both of the people that they were associated with. That their attempts to control things or get two for the price of one have resulted in them having nothing. And this King of Wands is realizing that they have this opportunity to finally confess their feelings for this Empress. This is the Situations deck. Hello, Traveling. How are you doing? Thank you for the makeup brush, Ginger. Oh, Minnesota picker, that sounds awful. I thought it was cold here, but 7 degrees sounds worse. I think it's supposed to actually be like 40s, 50s, so it won't be too bad. Focused, eyes for you, fascinated, watching. This King of Wands has been watching from afar or had been watching from afar. Still feeling like there was some sort of connection, even though there had not been communication. And then feeling drawn to finally confess their emotions now that this Empress is single. When they do express those emotions, I feel like there's a positive response from the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe not something that the Empress, Queen of Pentacles had originally thought, you know, hey, if things don't work out with the Emperor, I might have to try that King of Wands over there. But when the King of Wands expresses their emotion, I do feel like the Empress realizes that there's been a lot of reliable, supportive, beautiful energy in this friendship, or, you know, that this person has always been reliable. So I feel like there is some interest here. Oh, I love that. Thank you, MT. Love the the positive energy. All right, so we have happiness, bounty hunter. Now that I see my opportunity, I'm not going to waste a moment. I'm going to make sure that I have the right approach and the right timing. But this King of Wands is not going to give up their hope that maybe they could actually be the partner for this Queen of Pentacles Empress. And I do feel like there's a twin flame dynamic here. For some of you, this Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands may be reuniting after, you know, a lifetime apart. For others of you, this Queen of Pentacles could be choosing a divine counterpart and letting go of the twin flame because they had refused to address the healing that needed to happen. But with this searching information card, it's like, now that I know this isn't going to work, I can understand better what could potentially happen with this King of Wands. So it feels like the Empress has switched gears and is interested in seeing where things go with this new person that they've known for a long time. Oh, I hope you can resist that urge. There's no need to be doing that. We can make better use of our energy. What else do we have? Twin flame and karmic partner. All right, then. 2 of our twin flame cards coming out. I think I have 4 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and say for most of you, it looks like this Emperor is the twin flame for the Empress. But remember, it's a general reading, so there's going to be little variations for you. The important thing is this Empress feels like maybe they have the opportunity to actually be in a healthy relationship with this King of Wands, the person who has been thinking about them for a long time and pondering what their connection really meant. Like I said, it does feel like this Empress is open or even kind of excited about the possibilities with this new admirer. So we have horizontal mambo magic, and it's so hard to resist you. And I feel like this is about how the Emperor handled their need for external validation or their desire to be with someone outside of their relationship. They couldn't resist this Queen of Wands in the reverse, but they may not realize that that Queen of Wands in the reverse uses horizontal mambo magic. The grass was greener because it was fake. So they're going to end this relationship with the Empress only to find out that the relationship they were investing in is not even a real connection, or that this Queen of Wands in the reverse was not interested in a relationship. So the Emperor comes back around to try to claim that they still have this connection with the Empress. And I feel like they're going to be surprised at the reaction. They might feel like they should be able to just waltz back over and be like, oh, I was so wrong. I know I owe you an apology. I'm sorry. You deserve so much more than me. But they're not necessarily up to date on their healing. They're playing games. This is, now I don't have that second option. Now I don't have that Queen of Wands. So like, hey, can like we get back together? Oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you for making me your second choice, even though previously we were in a relationship. So now that you don't have anyone you want to come back to me, gosh, I feel real special. Don't say that, but like, really, man? This Emperor is going to probably have a little bit of a rude awakening because the Empress, remember the Empress doesn't have to be a woman, the Emperor doesn't have to be a man, but the Empress is already like, nah, I don't want to like go back to what we were doing before. I don't want that toxic, not very happy existence where it feels like maybe we're just staying together because it's easier. Not when I could potentially be in a relationship with somebody who actually loves and respects or admires me, right? Ooh, Gregory, you gonna need to grow up a little bit there, hun. Hello, Empress. How are you doing? Hello, Mile High. How are you doing? um, James, we got to be able to accept that some of those people really do respect you. Some of those people really do love you. If we think nobody ever will, then that's no fun. All right, let's get a few from the Truth Is. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. Hello, Ricardo. How are you doing? I don't want to go back to the Emperor because I didn't get the love that I needed from that relationship. So even if the Empress does not choose the person who's come back around to confess their feelings, the King of Wands, they would still choose to be by themselves over returning to the Emperor because they feel like they are overestimating their ability to fix things. It's like, yeah, you might be able to love bomb or like wax poetic and make me feel like everything is going to be amazing again, but I can't forget what's happened, and I don't think there's been enough time for you to work on the things that led to that problem, right? Settling, accepting less than you deserve. This distance with the Emperor has taught the Empress that they had been settling, that they had not been happy, and had just been kind of trying to put on a brave face, while the Emperor is still stuck wondering whether or not they can try to rebuild this relationship with the person that they walked away from. So we have forever and ever, marriage or long-term commitment. And better now, healing wounds within the relationship. This Emperor is going to point to the fact that they have so much that they've already worked on, or so much time that they'd already spent together, that, you know, since you've been healing and I'm no longer seeing this Queen of Wands, then we should be able to make things better. And I think the Empress is looking at it as, we can forgive, we can clear the air, we can make sure that there's no animosity, but I don't think the Empress is interested in picking up where they left off. Hello, G. Hooks, I've never heard that the High Priestess card is all the queens and kings put together. What I have heard is that the Emperor is all of the kings put together, and the Empress is all of the queens put together. So that might be what you're thinking of. Because if someone comes out as the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups, I would say that person is the Emperor, because they've got all of the foundation for it, right? Angie, I don't take dinner invites from YouTube. This is what I do for work, okay? I could see that. All right, this is, did I already tell you? This is the A Gamer's Ways. So we have the NPC. The NPC, often ridiculed for its simple life, is always exactly where it's meant to be. Never assume you know what manner of being ambushed by archers they've lived through. Their stable demeanor betrays nothing. Honestly, this feels to me like the NPC is the King of Wands because they were in the background for so long. But they are where they are meant to be. They gave space to this Empress and Emperor to have their relationship and respect it, even though they had feelings for the Empress. And then when it sounds like things went south, they felt like they could express their interest. The Emperor didn't really take this person seriously, or didn't feel like maybe there was anybody else that could show this Empress or Queen of Pentacles what a relationship should really be like. Collectathon. Wow, you've got a lot of that crafting material. Is there a reason that you haven't used it or sold it for some coin? That's really a lot. Your movement would be reduced in like any other game. Have some faith that you'll find some more. Let go. Greed, right? I'm going to take more than my fair share. They felt like, the Emperor felt like they needed to step outside their relationship, even as there were people who would have traded places with them quickly. And as a result of their greed, wanting to have that additional relationship, now they found themselves with neither. Hello, Luna. How are you doing? The hero. The hero is a natural leader. They follow a strict moral compass and tend to act selflessly. They are a well-balanced protector, and they will always speak up for the exploited and downtrodden. So once considered an NPC, now we've got this like upgrade. The King of Wands used to be in the background, not really contributing too much, and you know, they backed away, moved away. Now they're coming through as the hero, somebody who acknowledges that, you know, I needed to do the right thing. I needed to respect that relationship. But if that person, if that emperor decided they didn't want to respect that relationship, then I think my obligation to them as a previous friend of theirs is null and void. Now I can do what I want. Inventory management. This character's juggling skill stat is too low to handle this many items. The emperor could not balance two. That's the problem. It is recommended that you reevaluate your priorities and adjust what's on your plate as necessary before attempting to progress. This is like when you're at the airport and they tell you your bag is too heavy. I'm sorry, the limit is 50 pounds. What do you have in there? Did you bring a month's supply of mac and cheese? Like, what's going on? So there's this acknowledgement that maybe the greed was where the problem really started for this emperor. Someone who thought that they could take a little bit extra and not do right by their partner and yet still somehow be able to retain that relationship. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Johnny. How are you doing? So for this emperor, there is heartbreak. 3 of Swords. I thought I was going to get what I wanted and, you know, then some. But now it's looking like whatever decision I made was actually kind of my downfall. Now I've lost everything that I wanted, including that Queen of Wands in the reverse that I thought would be easy for me to keep. And more importantly, the person who was actually loyal to me. 2 of Swords. So there's this crossroads that the emperor is faced with. Are they going to accept what has happened? Are they going to wish the best for their former partner? Or are they going to be a little bit retaliatory? Because I think they're contemplating being a little bit too much. 10 of Wands with somebody who's in a coffin. Yeah, this is like, how can I make it difficult? If the divorce is still in progress, we could have somebody who is delaying the freedom element, making it more difficult for the new relationship to get off the ground. If there are children, perhaps custody or communication or drop-offs are becoming a little bit more contentious. This emperor is trying to find ways to make things difficult because they are butthurt. Because they're sad. Seven of Wands in the reverse. And the 4 of Cups in the reverse. So even though they felt like they had been the one to have the choice, right? I have 2 people that want to be with me. Now they're realizing, the Emperor's realizing they don't have anybody who wants to be with them. That they have ended up kind of like the loser in the equation because they thought they would be able to keep the Queen of Wands in reverse or even keep both of them, right? Hey, Paul, that's bold of you to assume. what's going on in my life. Hello, Spirited. How are you doing? Hello, Yuan. How are you doing? I'm happy for you all that have spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs, but please remember that in the live chat here, I expect you to be tolerant and respectful towards other beliefs. Otherwise, I'm going to block you, okay? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Appreciate you if you are able to hype the video. Otherwise, I will see you on the next reading.